Okay, I have to talk about this because this is getting a little ridiculous.
Enough is enough!
This is not a pronation lift. Okay, that's not technically true. Sure, some of the pronation muscles are working in this lift, but what I mean to say is this is not an accurate pronation lift for arm wrestling. But before I go into why I say that, I want to talk about the muscles involved in forearm pronation. Thanks to Devin Larratt, most people know about the pronator teres, which is a primary pronator of the forearm. In addition to that, there's also the pronator quadratus, which in fact exhibits higher levels of activation during pronation than the pronator teres. However, studies have shown that the brachioradialis, flexor carpi radialis, and palmaris longus also contribute to pronation. And specifically for this video, I want to highlight the brachioradialis because of its role also as an elbow flexor. It's been shown that there is at least some correlation between elbow flexion force and pronation force, and since the brachioradialis is involved in both of these, it's a particularly important muscle to consider in this exercise. Just look at the placement of my elbow in these two pictures. Can you see the difference? In the picture on the left, I have my elbow positioned on the inside of my thigh. This placement still requires a brachioradialis to be greatly involved in elbow flexion to lift the weight up. In the picture on the right, however, my elbow is resting on my thigh. In essence, the bone of my forearm is acting as a lever to lift the weight up. Because of this, I need to exert just a fraction of the amount of elbow flexion to lift the same weight up. And this type of force production is exactly why I say Micahel Todd's exercise is not an accurate pronation lift for arm wrestling. This is just my hypothesis, but I think it's not a big leap in logic to propose that if such a big amount of effort is taken off the brachioradialis for elbow flexion, it might allow it to contribute significantly more than expected to maintaining pronation, resulting in these really inflated numbers for his lift. His brachioradialis is not being trained in the way that it will experience force production in an actual match. The only way this might happen is if one's elbow goes off the back of the pad and is bracing against the edge of the pad, which of course he's an expert at thanks to his huge elbow. But jokes aside, I hope this simple explanation helps to clear up some confusion that has been surrounding this lift. I think it's inaccurate for him to say that unless he really is saying that he pulls with his elbow off of the back of the pad. But hey, don't take my word for it. You can go try out the variations of the lift yourself and you make the judgment. In any case, I hope you found this video at least a little bit educational and shown a little bit more light on the subject matter. And as always, let me know your own thoughts in the comment section below. It's Greg, and I'll see you beasts in the next one.